All right, I'm gonna show you how to reset the ABS light on a 2000 Lexus RX300 all-wheel drive. And I couldn't find this anywhere on the internet, and I figured out why, because it's next to rocket science to be able to get this done. So what you're gonna need is a jumper wire, probably some needle nose, so we can pull out the fuses. Here's your fuse box. And here's your little diagnosis center. You're gonna need to open these two up. Now the markings in here are super tiny. Yeah, my camera won't even focus in on them. But the ones you're gonna wanna jump, the wire jumps, oh here we go, now we can kinda see them. The ones you wanna jump are the E1, which is third from the top left, and the TC, down here towards the middle, right there. And you gotta pull these fuses. This 7.5, this 20, and this it looks like a fuse, but it's actually not. It's a jumper for the computer to give you the codes. Those are the three you need to pull: 7.5, the 20, and that jumper. And I'll show you in the car what the problem was on this one. It was coming up with codes for 3 wheels saying there was malfunctions and open short circuits. And on the right front wheel over here, there actually was a bad sensor, but we changed it, and we kept on trying to clear the codes, and we couldn't get them to clear with our Pegasus OTC tool. And it's because and even though we ohm tested all of the sensors, so your sensors in the front, if you put an ohm meter on them, the 2 front ones, you just unplug the wires here underneath the fender. Right around right here is where the plug is. You unplug them and you put it on the side that runs down to the wheel. You put your ohm meter on there, and you want it to read between 1400 and 1800 ohms. And as long as it's within that base, then they're good. And the back is 1000 to 1600 ohms. So if you check them and you're getting between 1000 and 1600, they're good. Now the issue that we were having is it kept on coming up with malfunctions because on the sensors, they are very particular about the space that they want. And here you can see the sensor sitting perfectly flush up where it belongs. And what happened is there was a buildup of rust that occurred right in here. So when the sensor was in, it was actually pushed out just ever so slightly. It was pushed out. There's a groove on this sensor, around like a ring, right below this metal ring. There's a plastic groove. And in this metal, there's a receptacle for that groove. And if you don't have this sitting perfectly flush up against that, then your space that they want here will be off, and it will throw a malfunction, an ABS light. So I took this off, the sensor off on both rear wheels, because there was a buildup on both of them. There was all kinds of metal. When you pull this out, there's a little magnetic tip. There was all metal shards and whatnot built up on it. And I cleaned them off real well. Took an old chisel screwdriver, cleaned this surface nice and flat, wire brushed it nice and clean, sprayed carb cleaner in here to get all the metal shavings out, and blew it out with an air gun to make sure it's nice and clean. And then I sprayed WD-40 inside this hole and on the sensor to help it slide back in here and get nice and flush. And you push this in, and get your bolt hole lined up and get your bolt started a couple of turns, and then you can get it tightened down and it will start sucking this in. But if you're bending this too much because this doesn't want to slide in, just take a plastic or a rubber mallet and kind of tap this and just egg it along, you know, ever so gently. But don't hit it too hard to break it, because this will break up here. And just keep on working it in until it's nice and flat and flush on both sides. And then that'll eliminate what's throwing your codes. Here's the actual piece of metal, the rust that was built up in there. And that's what came off. It just, you know, expanded from, this car was from New York, so you know how it is on the East Coast, you get all that damn rust. Of course I got the sun in here, but I haven't cleared the codes yet. I just wanted to show you that we still have the codes. And there's our ABS light. So that's what we're gonna get rid of. So you turn the car back off. Now, this is a long video because this is a total pain in the butt, so sorry for the length of it, but I'm trying to make it pretty clear. Now, like I said, we're gonna jump with our jumper, our E1. We're gonna jump our E1 and our TC. So they're telling us that this one here is E1 and our TC is this one here. Okay, you're gonna jump it like that. Now, come over here and we're gonna pull our 7.5, pull our 20, and that's for your, it'll tell you here also what it's for. Well, if you have it facing the right way. We just pulled this one here, the 7.5, the ECUB, and your EFI. And then you see the one here that says short, DCC short. That's the jumper that we need to pull right here. Now we're ready to get rid of this damn ABS light. So, here's where it gets tricky. You gotta turn the key on, wait for the ABS light, then you have to hit the brake pedal 8 times within 3 seconds. So like, super fast. So I hope you can move your feet real fast. ABS. And then the ABS light should blink. See, right now, it's giving us the code. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's giving us a code 33. So I didn't get it. And you just keep trying until you get it. Turn the ABS on. Light goes off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it should just start flashing really fast. There we go. See how it's flashing really fast now? We cleared it. The code is now cleared. So we can turn the key off. Go back over to our fuses. Pull our jumper. Grab our short bus. Put the short bus back in. Put that one in. Put our 20 back. Put the 7.5 back. Car started dinging, letting me know that it's back to normal. Keys in the ignition. Voila, no more ABS light. Hope you enjoyed the video. Probably just saved you thousands of dollars for Lexus labor and sensors that are like $130 a piece. Have a great day.